Hey everybody, welcome back. We are back for part 2 of our listener appreciation episode here on Rock for a Pillow. Still getting through our Q&A. You guys have asked some really good questions so far.
Really did.
So we're going to keep going.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Next question.
Okay, next question comes from Yahuwah_daughter from Instagram.
Shalom.
When associating or just chilling with friends who may not be in the truth like you, is it a challenge to switch the conversation to things of the word versus things of the world?
Impossible.
What suggestions do you have for transitioning the conversation?
That's pretty easy though.
Hold on. So the question is, when you like talking with your like,
So say like you're at work, and you're on the water cooler,
mm,
and the guy's talking about, man, like, oh man, did you see LeBron James and dunk and like did you see the cheerleaders?
I think she's talking about more carnal.
Oh, okay, yeah,
There's nothing wrong
like,
about LeBron.
like so you want to go to the club Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
Just
club.
Club is pretty dominant.
Yeah, like how do you
the going club?
like how do you transition that from a worldly conversation into a holy conversation?
Okay.
I think it's I think anything following Yahshua for me is like I had to overcome a fear, and I'm probably still overcoming it. The fear of looking weird and looking like peculiar when you're around like the world.
Yep.
Because we follow the Messiah. We keep Torah. Like we are going to stand out. Like no matter how we try to fit into the world, we try to blend in with the darkness, and we shine in Yah's light. Like it just won't work. So for me, when you talking with coworkers, and you want like transition the conversation, like for example, one of my coworkers recently, she was like, my dad or one of her family members, she got struck with Alzheimer's, and so what I was like to her, I was like, hey, the guy that I serve, he can cure anything. So that was an open door, right then and there, to like I said, people will tell you how to witness to them, man. If we just listen to them, they'll give you that door to share the good news and to speak life over them. So I would just say, when you go to work, try to leave. Leave something around that can spark conversation about your faith. During Christmas time, so Christmas had passed, and so doing my job in the break room, there's a whiteboard. Somebody drew like a Christmas tree on a whiteboard. I had wrote some Hebrew on a whiteboard about Hanukkah.
That is hilarious.
Right? And so my coworker asked me, she was like, what's that Hebrew say? So they still, go from talking about Christmas and the tree to, we know Hanukkah. You take out John, John, Messiah walking around the temple. So that's just small things can just transition that conversation from worldly to worldly to I guess to more righteous conversation.
Well, that's a very good tip.
Yeah.
I can borrow that.
Yeah.
So you're saying put little things that make people question.
Drop some bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a pro at that. You're a pro at just segueing in the conversation.
That sounds kind of like a hunter.
In my case, I kind of drop some olive bet. But just drop some bait around.
Yeah, I think it depends on the individual's personality, right, and what they really good at. Bremen, you're definitely you good at you good at this,
Yeah.
but not everyone's like you.
Okay.
So I don't know what would you do? Autumn?
I mean,
Yeah, okay. Like say we have a scenario was like, okay, like Autumn, like, you know, do you wanna like I don't know, something kinda like go to the club.
okay.
The club pops up again.
It's always the club.
This is always the club.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I would just
Say
say,
no.
I don't see where I have to, like, be in talking about truth. Like, I'll just say, that's not my thing, I don't do that. I don't know. I don't know where else the
That's-
conversation
So
happens.
it's situational.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says, well, why don't you want to go to the club? Then you think
Then
that's the door to open.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, then that would open for, like, more
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
I don't see what else I have to say.
I feel like
Don't.
if you make it, I feel like one is like the agreement strategy. There's ways to not have tension, but if you're with people that you've always known, because it sounded like she was saying with friends, like she's known these people for a long time.
Mm.
It's like it's gonna take them a while to. You're gonna have to stay. You might have to leave the conversation sometimes because
That's very true.
They need to see. They're gonna test you to make sure that you really believe what you say that you believe.
That could be
Because if
a stronger witness.
Yeah, stronger witness. Because if you fall back, they know that you're fake. So it's kind of like you gotta say. It's at least what I'm hearing from your question is more like you gotta stay really really consistent. And when stuff comes up, it's like you gotta bring the light in the situation.
Yeah.
It's like this. You know what, y'all? I think this has been fun. Give an alternative. Give something else that you guys can do. You gotta be the one to give the other. Because the thing is, it's like if you take something out. And it's just a void. People don't like voids. You don't even like voids. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a good replacement.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we could go to the club. I mean, but yeah, I don't want to see Granny again. You know, it's like, yo, what we gonna do? Let's share some love. I mean,
So it sounds like you're trying to help them to elevate their life.
yes.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to help them elevate their life, man.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, very good. Yes, I like that. Oh,
Stop
God,
it.
very good. Anybody else have anything they want to chime in before we go to the next question, y'all?
Well, I think it's basically just live out Torah
Yeah.
the best we can, and then sometimes when the actions sounds loud. No, what's the expression?
Oh, actions speak louder than words.
Actions.
Yeah.
speak
Bro, for
actions
sure.
speak louder than words.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on situation. I think,
It's situational.
Yeah, so sometimes you can use words that might work better, but sometimes just those not speaking a word, but just do something might work better. You know? So, yeah, I can't think of anything that's it's just like a set of a way, a method to apply to that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead of transitioning the conversation, you're gonna transition and just walk. Sometimes I guess walking away from a conversation, like when you go over like when they're joking, it's like lewd and crude jokes. If you join in with them,
Yeah.
and then you turn around and say, "Hey, you guys heard about the Messiah?" It's like, well, wait a second ago, you were joking about this situation about me. So it's like, you're right. Like walking away can also be a powerful. It's like wow, okay, like why didn't Will or Autumn join in when we were talking about this thing that happened today?
But then actually, you know what? Now I think about it, I remember there's a Jewish rabbi who actually go into a club in Detroit area, and then that kind of okay. So I'm talking about this is to show something that we can do possibly instead of saying okay going to club if people don't really ask you okay are you going to the club and then you say no I'm not going and then if they don't ask you why you're not going then
they don't press it.
Then sometimes we can be like okay so I'm not going right but so but you can be like well you can say like I can go and then just go but go to the club but being the light in the darkness
Interesting.
because we're supposed to be the light in the dark and now I think about it like because if we try to stay away from darkness that's a good thing right if the darkness understand you're the light but if they don't see it But you being light still need to be shine in the darkness. You have to be in the darkness. And then to not to participate, not to be in the world, but just be in the light.
But being a light.
So basically, like going to the club, you can be like, they offer you to drink it. You say, I'm sorry, I don't drink it, but I want to be here, just spend time with you, and to talk, to get to know you better. And then they ask you to dance on the floor with girls. I'm sorry, I can't. I used to like dancing with the girls, but now I don't want to dance. But I want to be here, just hanging out with you.
That's gonna pique.
I think that
why is he? Why is he here? He's not dancing. He's not drinking. Like what?
Yeah, I mean that might also work.
That's interesting. That's an interesting perspective right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why the Jewish rabbi go to that bar. Who would have thought a Jewish rabbi would go to a bar?
Go to a bar. Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, I mean that's just what I thought.
I mean, he probably go to a bar mitzvah, but not you go to a bar.
Right. Yes.
That's crazy.
Bar mitzvah. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have? Is everybody answer that pretty good? Yeah. We did awesome with that.
So,
yes.
Next question.
We got the next question. Is that the sheet over there, Derek? For the question sheet?
Oh, yes.
Oh, snap.
Next question comes from Carlos. And he asks...
Hello, Carlos.
Well, he has two questions, but the first one is, what's your biggest goal in your walk?
What is your biggest goal?
Biggest goal in your walk.
My biggest goal in my walk. My biggest goal? For me...
Is it a small goal or a big goal?
For me, it's to operate fully in my role. Like to operate, because I just think that like if the body does that, and we operate within our role, like to our max potential, man, like that's it's almost like when all the Avengers coming together like Superman.
Yeah, that's right.
Like when they all come together.
I like that movie.
And and like they all operate fully within their role and within their gifting as well. Like that is like for me, I think that will really get people's attention and say, wow, you guys are just like this love. Even though you guys come from all different backgrounds and walks of life.
Yep.
You're working in a way that's harmonious, and you're pointing us to Yah, the highest power in the universe.
Exactly.
So for me, it's like for me to work to live out my role to my fullest potential.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest goal.
No, I mean mine will be doing whatever Yah has called me to do.
Yeah.
And operating in the gifts that He gave me.
Yes. Yes.
So can I ask, what is your gift?
Ooh.
Don't fully know.
For me, I think
I
it's the gift of
I have bits and pieces.
encouragement. Huh?
I said bits and pieces.
Oh, bits and pieces. Okay, very cool.
What is your gift, Will?
Teacher.
Modeling?
Come on, please stop that.
Bible.
Shining your glow.
Wow. Who is a better model than you?
You?
Alright, you guys can stop. We got listeners listening.
Well,
Will really appreciates, from our perspective, he really appreciates if you see him on the street and you say, oh my God, you're such a beautiful model.
Come on, bro. I never heard that from you guys.
You're modeling the example of the Messiah perfect.
Okay, alright. Again, guys, you guys got distracted. Keep going.
That's my biggest.
I'm sorry. I forgot the question.
You see?
You see?
Well, the question is, what's your biggest goal in your walk?
On your walk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta think about it now.
Yeah, I think my biggest goal is, I know. My biggest goal is just to be a pleasing sight in the Father's eyes. Like, I watched this one testimony online. I shared it with everybody on the podcast about like somebody's like near they had a judgment or whatnot in front of the Father, and they had seeds inside their heart, and it actually correlated with the idea of seeds correlated. I think it was it second Ezra's? I know I keep on bringing up second Ezra's, but it's either first Ezra's or second Ezra's. This idea of seeds inside of your heart. The seed, like this world is a field, and these seeds that are planted are by the evil one are the seeds that also ideas that are planted inside of us that we hold on to. And so these seeds that are planted. So it's like this. I would love to know, like I would love to, after studying and after doing all this, is that I'm doing this the way that the Father has me to do it. Like just knowing, like, okay, if I go in front of him, I know, like, this is what I'm about to be judged on. This is what I did well. This is what, like, you know, so I can work on it. And with that, if I can get my base down solid, yo, I want what Elijah had. Son. I want what Elijah had, like times 2. Like I already asked times 2, but I want it.
You want it.
I want it.
You want it. Yeah, like to hear well done, my good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear that. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to agree with Derek. Like, I want to know that I mean, it's kind of a combination of both. I want to know that I'm ultimately pleasing the Father in the major ways, and that my life is moving in the direction that I was called to have, and that I'm working, that I'm ultimately being that I'm growing efficiently and spiritually, like being efficient in my faith walk.
Yeah.
So to them, doing the most that I can, I guess, or growing the most that I can spiritually.
Yeah, like.
Who's here?
Look who's here!
Kenny walked into the room.
Yes.
Kenny walked in.
So Kenny, everyone who's listening, Kenny just left a band practice, and he is in here.
You're live.
Yeah, we are live.
All right.
So the question right now, Kenny, is, what's your biggest goal in your walk? From Carlos.
My biggest goal in my walk.
Yeah, starting off with a softball
So
question.
why you meditate? Was anybody still talking? Or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, yeah, I finished my.
Oh, you finished? Okay.
I like what you said about like constantly like maturing, cause like like I think that when I look at Peter, and when I look at the Apostle Peter going from this fisherman who was like he was like kind of like the most vocal disciple, saying like Messiah, like I will like never leave you, like never, like the most like spontaneous one too, to walk on water. Just to see Peter's maturation from like going to be this fisherman, from him denying the Messiah, to him being reinstated, to him like being the to him spearheading like when Shavuot happened, and like Peter getting up and talking in front of crowds and going in front of the Sanhedrin and just being bold in his walk. Like I would love to see like myself and all of us just keep maturing and pressing on, and like you said, well, and again, that's a great analogy with the workout thing, man. Like just doing those spiritual workouts to continue to press on to maturity, to reach the biggest goal that we have.
Amen.
For our walk.
Because when you think about like David or Abraham or Moses, like people are described as like y'all love these people. Like these people are righteous. It's like that's what I want. That's what I want.
You want to be in Hebrews chapter 11?
That would be so nice. Like even like, what Autumn says. Like remember when I forgot, like somebody, like this is when the Messiah was born, and no, before the Messiah was born, I think, and there was a woman that was in the temple, and she prayed and fasted day and night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was happening? Like she prayed and fasted day and night
to see
Hannah,
and then she's like when they tell like the Messiah, like like the Messiah's here or whatnot, she's so calm about it. She's like, oh yes, he'll do this. I'm gonna go back to praying and fasting. It was like I feel like when you are aligned with the Father, like you're on a whole nother level. Like she was on a whole nother. She wasn't even like excited. She was, but I mean it was more like I know this. Like this, don't you know? Like okay, I gotta go back to praying and fasting.
Right. He's like, oh yeah. Beautiful example right there.
Man, you guys got lofty goals. I was just trying to get in. After the sermon today, had a bunch of quotes from Judgment Day, where your works are being weighed in the balance and you get judged by every idle word. Yeah. I just want to get in. I just hope that.
Yeah. I mean, just like that's the thing that what Kenny says, like to do all of this. Mm-hmm. To like for the young lady who had the question about like the friends, the friends that you have to forsake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I lost. Yeah,
and then and for the pain that you have to go through, you know, all the change and the heart change and all that change, and to not get in.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Hopefully the like you know it's like
it's like Pascal's wager.
I left a whole organization.
You think you're on like the right side of Pascal's wager. And then you find out that you didn't get in.
It's like to do all this and not get in.
Yeah.
It would have been better to be a rebel. You know what I'm saying? But you know, even though it's craziness, because I wouldn't want that for my life. It's too much nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like to not make it. Oh my goodness. That. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That was suck. It
was like okay. I'm going back to second Ezra's again. It was like even in talking about that, it was just kind of like in other books that have spoken this like this. Don't worry about what's going to happen to them. Like they will endure their pain. It was just like, don't even talk about it. Oh my god. I can't. Just to be in the gate, please.
Just to be in the gate.
Oh my god. We don't make it.
That is a goal, man. Like you know, like yes, it's to make it to the kingdom, man. You know, to to encourage one another to say, hey, even during the rough times, the tough time, the lonely time, the stressful time. It's like, man, like I don't see the fruit of doing this. Like just to say, hey, like keep your eyes focused on the kingdom. Like that's the I think that's the ultimate goal to make to the kingdom, man, and just to be with Yah forever,
So, but isn't that the goal, the ultimate goal that we should have, like for our life on this earth, like it is what we're doing. To the purpose of what we're doing is to enter into the kingdom.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. No, I don't agree. Yeah. I mean, I agree with.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I think that's right. That we the entering the kingdom is also the ultimate goal, but the process is more important than the goal itself. Yeah.
It's like, what is your eye really aimed on? If it's just entering to the kingdom, you ain't gonna make it.
Because like the end goal is to, well, not the end goal is the process is to honoring the Father, and then through doing that we will reach our end goal.
Yeah.
But then the end goal shouldn't be our motivation or
Because my goal is love. Like I want to be filled with full love. Like I see that everything that he has is love. And it's like I want that. Like so I'm like otherwise the kingdom is not even attractive.
Very interesting.
So
love it.
So moving on to our second question from Carlos. What do you want to do to reach the community? Would you engage in food drives, counseling, providing clothing, videos, music?
Well, I think this right here, what we're doing, Rock for a Pillow, like I think this is definitely like outreach.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, reaching out to communities. Yeah, get people tuning in. Yeah, for sure. The podcast.
Is he talking? It sounds like he's talking to like the marginalized of the community rather than the community at large.
It sounds like whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
How would you want to do it?
Well, he mentioned food drives and donating clothing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
I like those two things for sure.
The food drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be cool with like some kind of like outreach, just like outside of us. Like even if we did it like as a congregation or a body or group, just to reach out to someone outside of us.
Yeah.
To do something. I'm trying to get into like is an organization that does where you can like sign up to be a mentor. And so I want to do like one-on-one mentoring.
So I definitely believe in mentoring.
Yeah.
You know, I try to sign everybody in the podcast to be a mentor. You know, you should definitely do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in life should.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially Will.
Huh?
So what's the next question?
Okay, so next question is coming from Ancient Path Adventure, aka Taddy, from Instagram. So his question is, I'm curious, what was this coming out party lab to whore post about?
What? Coming out
His
party?
coming out blog.
It says party, but is it?
It says party.
Is that the title of coming out party?
Yeah, so yes.
Oh.
Thank you so much for your question, Tally. So what it is was I had made a post on my blog called Coming Out Party. And it was around like the the LGBTQ pride thing was going on, you know, and that was like all over the news and everything. So basically the whole tone of the blog post was like, you know, I gave a story about, you know, when I worked at the theater and there was a customer who lost their earphones, and there was a transgender who walked in the theater, and the earphones just so happened to be where that transgender was sitting at. And so I had to walk in the theater and like I stooped low and I was like, excuse me. And the guy, he was like, whoa, he was like, Jesus Christ. In my head, like, I was like, so you do believe. But then like the whole tone of the post was like, you know, for like encouraging believers to come out the closet of like fear of like sharing your faith, because man, the LGBTQ community, even though they are like a small, like a minority group, and yet they may be growing bigger, but like they are so like flamboyant about like what they believe, and so when me looking at this stuff, them waving rainbow flags and like I had made a shirt that had the rainbow on it, just to recontextualize what it originally means. You know, like for them it's like, oh, you know, it's gay pride, but for us it's like, you know, that's Yah's covenant, and about the flood, and like he won't flood the earth again. So basically, you know, it was about like, you know, for us to come out the closet of fear of like not sharing our faith, and for us to be as, dare I say, flamboyant with our faith as like other groups are. Yeah. So thank you, Tally, for the awesome question. Came on out and sent us a question. I like that. This next question is from Juan Lau from Facebook. He asks, how does he, Will, deal with the food law? And then it's Leviticus 11:1-47 and Deuteronomy 14:1-21 whenever he's back in China.
Man, that's I didn't expect that question at all, you know.
Me either. Well, me not at all. I'm like,
I guess I'm the only one can answer that question. Okay, so well, yeah. I guess the context is, you know, one, you are also Chinese, so you know.
Yeah.
In China, we all eat all kind of different stuff, you know, especially unclean animals. So yeah, it's challenging, especially when I first following Torah, right? And I remember I went back to China, and my mom knows what I like to eat. So I just let you guys know what I like to eat before. I was like, pretty much before coming to US, I was eating shrimps every day. Like my mom knows I love shrimps. That's the best thing. And crabs. and pork sometimes,
Okay,
right?
okay,
So,
sometimes.
but I was okay with the pork. I can not eat pork
Right.
during that time. So, and there is other like eel.
Ew.
Eel, yes.
Ew.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it back that time. I went to the restaurant, only ordered that food.
Okay.
The way we Chinese make, oh man, it's
The way you season the eel.
it tastes the best. Nothing
Get
else.
out of town, Will.
I'm okay. Not talking about how unclean the animal is. Just talking about Chinese
you mean
food.
the eel?
Yes. So
Snake of the ocean. Okay.
so well okay. So I went back and my mom just didn't ask me. What I like to eat because she assumed that she knows what I like to eat. So she cooked all the food, crabs. She spent a lot of money on those food because
man.
she it's been 2 years or
The
3
buffet
years.
laid out for you.
She hasn't seen me, right? So
Right.
she gotta give me the best food. So
Yeah.
she gave me the best food, and I just said when I see the delicious dishes on the table. And I just look at my mom and say, I didn't really want to say it, but I said, Mom, I can't eat those things. And my mom was like, she was like, huh? Like, she didn't get it. But anyway, so I didn't eat it. And my mom didn't know, but, I explained to her, but she doesn't understand.
Okay.
So, but she's okay with that, So I guess it wasn't a big problem with me going back to China, in that environment, as long as I just hold on to my belief and not touching those unclean animals. That should be okay. So I guess yes, I didn't eat the unclean animal. There wasn't any issue. So.
You didn't eat the
The temptation was big because I hang out with my friends and they all treat me with the delicious meals in the restaurants, and they all order crabs, shrimps, porks.
Oh my.
And then I didn't say you shouldn't order those food, but they order already. So I end up only eating the vegetable and the rice.
Oh, nice.
Most of the time, yeah. So
Way to go.
I think that should answer the question.
That's a beautiful answer. Yes. Thank you, Juwan.
Okay. Next question. Sheila asks, okay, she has a couple questions. First one is, Yah has commanded that the older men and women in the body of Messiah teach the younger men and women. What can the elders do to bridge any communication gap between themselves and the youth?
Give wisdom.
Get that wisdom.
I don't know. I don't
Heavenly
know.
wisdom.
Actually, when I hear stuff like that, I kind of go to my favorite man, Job. I think it's Job 32, 1-8, where Elihu speaks. And he says, it's not the old who have wisdom. It's not the old who have wisdom, but it's the Father who gives them wisdom. And I think that's the misconception about life, is that just because you're older, you have wisdom. And even though that thing says, that scripture speaks on the old teaching the young, it's not all the old that teach the young. It's those that have it.
Wasn't in the beginning of Job, or no, maybe it was in the middle when he was talking about how his life was before.
Yeah,
when he was talking about how good his life was.
Yeah.
He said that when he went to the gates, the people were waiting at his feet to see what he said. And I think he was talking. He mentioned the young men were
they were
chomping at the bit to hear what
he said.
Yeah.
But I would say, what type of life did Job live
Righteous
that
life.
made him so attractive? Because there's a whole bunch of older people that those kids didn't do that to.
Yeah.
So Job lived a certain type of life, and I think what that's also saying is that those certain older people have to walk a certain type of way. I don't know what I don't know. I think it goes to what Bremen said to another question is, you'll know what to say by what you hear. And it's like if you listen, then you'll know what to actually say. There's no set formula to that question.
Yeah, very true. I think it can be as simple as just, an older person coming to a young person and just sparking a conversation. Just asking them out, okay, tell me your story.
Yeah.
Like how'd you come from this point to following Yeshua? and then like once you build that rapport with that older person, then you know like because like when you have that rapport and that foundation of like, all right, so this person genuinely cares about my spiritual welfare. So I am like way more comfortable about allowing them to speak into my life and like kind of guide me, you know, on you know when I'm in this walk. Like if I run into somebody who's been like following Yahshua for like 50 years, like I definitely want to just sit down and just have a conversation about okay, like so like how do you navigate around you know the confusion, the vision, the kind of like how like what keeps you sane.
Yeah, but you know, and I don't think it should be just limited to faith too. You know, I think it should just be just.
Yeah, you like life in general.
Just
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got umbrella it out to that too.
Sounds like you want to be a part of another podcast.
Something that comes to mind. I don't know what movie it's from, but there's a clip of Steve Buscemi, and he's like at a high school, and he's got a shirt that says music band on it, and he's got like a skateboard. It's like, hello, fellow kids. Something like that.
Because I guess
Learn all the Fortnite dances. And
Yeah. Oh, you
become relevant.
Yeah. Look at that. Yes.
Yeah, because it sounds like if there's a
Learn how to
communication
do the
gap,
floss.
it's because you're talking to youth that don't really want to hear what you want to say. Because I think some people are looking, some younger people are looking for wisdom. I think they will like look at your lifestyle and decide, is that something that I want? And then whether you feel like this person respects you or understands you or seeks to understand you, then they'll be more open to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be harder to hear the youth that really just don't want to hear it at all. And so, I think you should be able to come to them about any situation. I mean, you should have wisdom for any situation, not just faith.
Yeah.
And so if you can speak to all different parts of life, then it's just building that respect or that trust from the youth.
Yes.
So you have to that's up to them.
That's very true. I love like talking to old people, man. Like I love it, man. Like that's my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love hearing some stories.
Yeah. And boy, do they have stories.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2 question from Sheila. What are the greatest challenges facing the youth in the body of Messiah, and how can they best be addressed?
I think, and this may sound ironic, technology.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that technology, you know, like speaking for myself, like it can be a major distraction, but at the same time, YouTube can be used for good. Social media can be used for good.
Too.
Yeah, you're right. You know, like it can be used for good, but like technology, man, like you know, man, like it can like sponge up so much of like my time. Like you talked about earlier, like when you read the Bible, like that's the only food that your spirit gets, and it's like you know, like all this technology. With all this technology that we have like at our disposal, like it is just so easy to get like swept up in there and say, oh, like well I gotta have you know the newest iPhone or the next generation iPad, and like trying to just like you know just being distracted by technology like that's why for Shabbat like I wanted to go without my cell phone. That turned to a bigger thing, like a 7-day thing. But like that was a very like it felt so great to like have that digital detox to just break away really quick and be like you know like just me and the word and like not have to worry about you know like checking Facebook and checking like and keeping up with technology. So for me, it's technology. Technology can be a stumbling block. There you go.
So what do you feel about this, Melissa?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Greatest challenges facing the youth.
the
I mean, I think you know it's crazy.
Greatest
I get to talk to some youth sometime, and I think it's you know that big old same old thing. You know the evil one. And but it's really like I would say what Bremen said. It's just through the media. There's
media's powerful.
back in the day. I don't think TV started to increase a lot more, but now the ideas that are being pushed so much more heavily. Like I was talking to like one thing that really was interesting from like an older generation, I think I forgot when my mom was born, I think 1960s or something like that.
Oh, okay.
She was born in there, and in her generation, if you talk about gay, it's a disgust. Like they don't like it at all. Like it's like ugh, like it's wrong. Now our generation is more like, okay, I mean, you might be born that way. You know, it might be
a lot more tolerant.
You might way more tolerant.
Yeah, way more.
And then the generation now, like my cousin, I think she's 12, 14 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. No, it's whoever you love. You know, so it's a really different thing, and the only factor that changes it is the social media.
Yeah.
It's the message that's being pushed through. Like
Yeah.
I was talking to some youth, and they were talking about there's this what's that show Lucifer. When I heard it,
Heard about that show.
I was like, I ain't watching that crap. And it's on Netflix. And Netflix is pushing a lot of demonic stuff. Like it's crazy. Like Netflix is pushing a lot of satanic like shows with a high overtone, just saying what they are.
Yeah.
And like the thing about Lucifer, I did it because I was trying to figure out what would that show do to like get people. And they said, oh no, the show's about a guy, a black kid that gets pulled over by the police unlawfully.
Really?
Yeah, like that's how it starts off, about a kid. I'm like, what? That's not what I thought it would be.
Not at all.
Not at all what I thought it would be. And then they say, well, the show makes it seem like it paints a picture that Lucifer was a good angel.
Wow.
Like he was one of the fathers.
Wow.
He messed up. So
It's been
He's
like
misunderstood.
That. It's been like that since a while though. Like since the beginning
of the show
of Big TV. You
Oh,
know,
Big TV.
Like what year did that movie Truman Show come out?
Oh, I forgot. I gotta look it up. But I remember Truman. Yeah.
That was like is that the 90s?
Yeah, I think 90s. Yeah.
That
I mean,
was
I guess it's not terribly long ago, but that movie is low key like one of the most demonic movies like ever made.
Yeah.
The Truman Show.
But it
you
makes
would
you
never
like-
think about it, but it's the same concept. Like, he lives in a bubble, and then like the evil like show producer of the Truman Show, that's like supposed to be
the father.
Christ. Yeah, the father. His the guy's name is Christo.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Or something like
Wow.
that. So I don't know if that's
Wow.
exactly what it is, but and then Truman is like trying to get away.
Yeah.
Like and it paints it's
And
like
the light that falls.
That's the light that falls is the fallen, yeah.
Is the fallen is him.
And that's like what liberates him from like this trap.
Yeah,
of,
this
like,
trap
going in.
that actually opens his
Wow.
eyes. So and the thing is, when that happened with this idea that they're planting in, the seed that they're planting in them, when you say like this, no, Satan is bad, they go,
He's misunderstood.
he's misunderstood. Like he was good,
so-
and it's like this. How do you fight against that idea that's now planted? You gotta cut it off. Like it comes to the point where the TV, like all the social media, unless you're putting it out there and you know your friends that are doing it, it's taking the youth for sure.
Yeah.
And then Denzel said a quote about that too, about technology. I can't remember. It's like this. Well, yeah, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't. Alright, but it was something like this. What happens when you have too much information?
Yeah.
You don't listen at all. Man. So like the very thing that could save us, we're not gonna listen to because we have just too much of it now.
I think that whole like misunderstood villain, that's kind of like the same songs being sung in like a lot of movies lately, and I've noticed that. And I think that's like specifically like kids movies. It's like the misunderstood villain. Like you think the story's gonna go this way, like your typical bad guy loses, and then it's like, oh no, they were actually not that bad, or it's like you just misunderstood them. And I just noticed that like so much, like just in the latest like kids movies or family movies that are coming out now.
I mean, there is like a sliver of truth to that. Like if you think of real life applications, like somebody who's like addicted to drugs or something, like that person is probably doing like a lot of evil, but it might be because of like their upbringing or something, and they are misunderstood to a certain extent. And I mean that's what.
But they're talking about angelic beings though now.
Oh,
so it's like they're making Satan sound like, no, he's really your friend.
Yeah, like
that's what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
he's not that. You don't get it. Satan's not bad.
That's crazy.
Like that's what they're saying. Like I was talking to like he's not.
Well, that's like their religion.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. That's what it is. They don't think he's bad.
Definitely.
They think that Christ is bad.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
But I
That's
think
wild.
as far as challenges, I think it's having people to look up to, I guess, that are in the body, because I think people turn to like pop culture a lot, and so it's like your favorite singer, your favorite actor, whatever they're doing, they want to emulate, and so it's like scripture doesn't look cool. It's like I can't emulate like Moses or someone like he's dead, he's gone, I can't see him. So it's like they're not seeing what walking their faith out would really look like ultimately, and like it's not appealing.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
I think that even what motivates me to like dress more a little bit, like because honestly I wear the same thing every day. But it's like I dress a little bit, but it is pretty cool. You know, I dress a little bit more on the cooler side to attract people that were like this. No, there's no. Like Kenny's a great example, like of like you skateboard and you love the fall. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's
Okay, I got you.
Will of himself. You know, it's just like what?
He's a model. He lives.
So
And you follow him beside
you live?
Okay, bro, you can stop it.
I'm not just lifting these scriptures.
Okay. Do you want to read the next question?
I was telling Will the other day how important it was for me to go skate a contest. for the good of the kingdom. Okay, where are we at? Broderick?
Yeah.
Cool, I get to read a question. Okay, Broderick asks, how do you all prove to yourself that Yeshua is the Messiah? Many come to this side of the walk and leave or lose him. Just a thought.
I got you, bro. You wanna go?
You wanna go? No, you're ready.
I got you, Broderick. Like, so how I prove it, I want to share this. One, when you read the Old Testament, like, pray that Yah will show you like the Messiah all throughout the Old Testament. That, like, I'm a person who loves research. That is like such a fun thing to see Yahshua like just pop up all over the Old Testament. The second thing I want to say is that there's a YouTube channel called One for Israel Ministry. They do a phenomenal job at countering rabbinical commentary that says, oh, like he's not the Messiah. If he's the Messiah, then where's the peace? You know, why is there still war? Why is there still poverty? Why is this going on? Why is that going on? So One for Israel Ministry is fantastic. They have a playlist. You can go through it. Even like earlier today, I was trying to do my Bible reading I landed in the 53rd chapter of Isaiah, and like just reading that, like I was like, I mean, there is no other person who fulfilled this. Like when I look
fits the bill.
There's no other person. Like I don't see any other person who fulfills that. So that would be my that would be my advice. Also, too, try not to delve too deeply into Jewish rabbinical literature, especially if you're a baby in the Messiah,
right? Because
that can like cause a bunch of confusion. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, well, let me sheep you back up what Brima said first. So the question was, how do you prove to yourself that Yeshua is the Messiah? And Brima was saying by Scripture, and I would totally agree. Scripture is one of the main things that maintains my faith, strengthens and maintains my faith that Yah is even the creator of the universe. That's even true. And the reason is because Scripture was written by so many different people across thousands of years, and for it to all intertwine so intricately as it does, I don't believe that man has the capability to accomplish such a feat. And I think the only way it's possible is if Scripture actually was inspired by some supernatural being, which is, as we know, that's actually our Father.
Definitely.
And so where Yeshua part comes in is the New Testament is a continuation of the old scriptures, and all of the same symbolism and stuff is intertwined. And there was an example in the sermon today, like, so the church is a temple. You know, like we're all stones in the temple, in the body of Messiah,
living stone.
and when Solomon made the first temple, he got the trees out of Lebanon, and he hired the Zidonians to get the trees, which in the word Zidonian means fisherman. And then Yeshua got fishermen. You know, and that was written, hundreds and hundreds of years before Yeshua walked the earth. You know, and so there's no, like, to me, there's way too much more than a coincidence. You know, for someone to like someone picked up like 2 Kings and read that, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna start this movement, and just to like mess with people and make people think I'm the Messiah. Like, I don't think that man is even capable of such a hoax.
Yeah.
You know?
Beautiful
Like,
point.
If for me, what makes me believe in the Messiah is that his words are true. Like, if you try them, if you do them, they work. You know, and when I hear other people, I haven't really like tempted to really listen that much. I had this one guy I was really cool with, and I went to his when I was in college. I went to his like a Muslim service or whatnot, like whatever there was. Yeah. And I was listening to their wisdom, and I just didn't compare. It's like the wisdom it's not the same. It's just it's like a different level. It hits the heart, and that's not, and the change that it's just different. It's just his words really do bring life. Like
they do.
It changes your heart. Like when you really try to work. And Will really did a beautiful metaphor.
Yeah.
He really did.
Keep on coming back to it.
You know,
man.
he really did do a beautiful metaphor, and in the sense of like, it's like when you try to work them out, and you got to work them until like you have no more energy left, and then that's when that success comes in. You know, right in that last moment, and it's like, oh man, now I'm stronger. Yeah. And I didn't even expect it. I don't even know how I got here, but it's because you never stop.
Never stop. Beautiful point. Beautiful.
You even said it better than I did, bro.
No, I really didn't, but thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Can I say
were you gonna say something?
Oh, about the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so my take on the question, how I believe Yeshua is the Messiah. I think, you know, the way I see it is, you know, I look at mostly what Yeshua did, what the Messiah, what he did, because Messiah is just the title, because anybody can be Messiah, you know, title-y, right? Title wise, but it's more important about what he did. And then if you follow that logic, you know, okay, so you gotta prove, you know, what Yeshua did to fulfill the role of Messiah, and then that's how I, you know, started tracing back. See, because first of all, you know, I gotta need to know what's the expectation of Messiah from the people back then, right? Because they actually coined the term Messiah. They coined the concept of Messiah, and that's coming from the Jewish literature. So and actually, if we study the Jewish literature, we will see that they are expecting the Messiah, and then and they have they already lay out some of the things that Messiah gonna do, but then you know, and then when I see what Yeshua did, fulfilling what their expectation was, and also fulfilling what the Old Testament was prophesying about. So it's everything's matching. Of course, there was some difference, like, you know, some disagreement or like different view on what the Messiah gonna be like from the before Messiah, before Yeshua came along. Yeah. But it's more about, you know, how you pick and choose, like you pick and choose, their mindset, how they perceive Yeshua gonna be like, and then it was Yeshua fits the bill.
Yeah.
According to their expectation or standard. So that's how I now 100% convinced that Yeshua is the Messiah, not any other Jewish Messiah that has been appearing in history. So that would be my.
That's a great point.
I know like a couple people who have like started following Torah and left the Messiah behind. For me, it's like the Old Testament points to him and he points back to the Old Testament. So it's like if you're serving the El of Israel, he did that and he exemplifies the utmost of what it means to do that and live that way. And so it's like they both, like Kenny said, like this was all written the years spans of years in between, and they all still coincide and have come back together. So it's like
exactly.
That's just my proof.
Like binding of Isaac, the Jewish people believe that's a picture of Messiah. So, but we all got it from that. That's how we have the concept of Messiah. Or part of the reason why we have the concept of Messiah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's beautiful.
Next question.
Next question.
That's beautiful.
Art from Revive asks, when did Jesus become Christian?
Hilarious.
When he was labeled Christian by others.
When did he? Where?
So he asked when Jesus became
Wait, there's a
Christian.
scripture answer to this, right?
No, he never became Christian.
You were right. You didn't. It's true.
He himself.
It's true.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a
Did he
label.
follow himself?
It's just a label by others.
It's missed.
Oh snap! Mariah hits off our last question, and she asked one that we can all agree with and using. How are you all so photogenic? I'll start off with Will. Will says is so amazingly photogenic that we all hope. Even right now, you can't see Mariah, but his dimples. Oh my gosh, they're setting.
Oh my goodness.
And then
You know
the
where he
person
gets it from?
he gets it from. Where does he get it from?
His dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his dad. Oh, he does though. Man, your dad does.
Oh,
really good
yeah.
for that, so for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Hey, scripture says don't lie.
Alright, if you want to see
I
pictures,
wouldn't.
we'll send them. Okay. And then the other person is Melissa. If you follow her Instagram,
No, she should be the first.
no. If you follow her Instagram, the selfie she be cranking out left and right.
You know what that is?
Yes, for
That-
people out there really want
How,
to look at some
How?
awesome pictures, you gotta go out to Melissa's Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, all of us other
That's because you don't post pictures.
see, look at them beautifully fighting. You know,
You
all
don't
the
let
typical
people
mom
see.
fight.
Look at them all. They're beautifully
You know.
fighting each other. All the rest of us, we're just amateurs. So, so Bremen, how do you Bremen, Autumn, Kenny, how do you amateurly take pictures?
Wait a minute,
I
Kenny's a
want
model
to just
too.
first
I said Kenny.
first off say that I'm Will's roommate and I know all his secrets. So
get the right
DM me,
angle.
like if you want to know.
For the
DM
listeners
me.
out there.
I won't out him on the air, but DM me. I got you, man.
Just give you guys the truth. Except besides me, everybody else is super humble. So don't take their words for sure.
Yes.
Autumn, how do you take your pictures?
I don't take selfies.
You don't take
People don't take
selfies?
my pictures, so I don't
Okay, amateur, okay. Bremen?
know. Amateur.
Man, you know what? Listen, like.
Berman has that big old like Kool-Aid smile.
And that
just
comes
looks so-
and that
it
comes
just-
from, and that
it
comes
just
from
looks-
Model 2.
He just looks so happy when he has that big smile on his face. Like
Thank you, man.
Humble
You know,
model.
Look, I will take it. You know, look, I mean, like, I just, I look at Daniel. Like when Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys, they were in the diaspora, and they were like, look, like, we're gonna eat this way, and compare us to the people who eat the king's food. And so when they were eating clean, following the law and just being loyal to the God of Israel. They had this I mean, like, I mean, Scripture says that they there was no competition
Hilarious.
about how they looked. So
Exactly.
I just want to say to everybody out there, we're not just photogenic. Like you're photogenic.
Yes.
The person listening, and and in China, you're as a believer, you're photogenic.
Yes.
Like everywhere, like if you follow the Messiah, you will not only have that inner light, but you have that outer light as well.
That glow.
That glow. Yes, that set apart glow.
Yeah, set apart glow.
Yes.
For my pictures, I just try to stick with my smile. I've been working since I've been 5. Alright, so
I think we all.
Wait, what about what's that verse that says if you don't worry about where your clothes are gonna come from, you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna have you be looking sweet, basically. That was Freeman knows what I'm talking about. I paraphrase it gigantic paraphrase.
yeah, you did. You made it sound so much better than what it sounded. I never heard it sound like that. It's like this. Don't worry about where your clothes or your food comes from, because the Father will provide better than He provides for the things.
Yeah.
You make it sound so much.
Sometimes I wake up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, all right, that verse is going on.
That verse is in action today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we still have we have a few more questions that weren't printed out, right?
Yeah, they weren't printed out. Oh, okay, because I'm glad Will said something.
You had 2, Bremen, right?
Go Will.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
Will.
so next question is coming from Lindsay.
Wait, we gotta get that scripture first, though.
No. Well, while he's finding it.
Okay. So her question is, how do we, Rock for a Pillow, each one of us, spread seeds or sowing a seed in our daily life?
Be me, live my life. And I try. I think it's easier to spread seeds with kids rather than adults. Mm-hmm. Adults got too much effed up. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Too much foul.
They got
too many foul actions.
The requirement to be one with the Father is you got to be honest. You got to be truthful.
You do.
And for people who lived a long life, sometimes they have so much baggage and so much stuff that they did, they don't feel like they can be honest and come to the truth. Mm-hmm. And I don't got time for all that. I mean, I do for those who want to walk it, but it takes some time. So I'm more attracted to talking to teenagers.
They have less baggage.
They have less baggage, so they can reconsider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just spreading your light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Doing an activity where people can question and say, well, why are you doing this? I mean, the word says it. They say, but you're really serious.
Right. Yeah.
I went, I got a good example of this. A buddy of mine called me last week, needed me to come help him move a couch.
Yeah.
Last minute. He was leaving his apartment, lease was up that day. He had the U-Haul only had 6 hours left on the rental.
Yeah.
And he lived super far away,
yeah.
But I was going to do the second greatest commandment and go and help him out. And so I did. And I think because I was obedient to the Most High, because really, if I wasn't, I probably wouldn't went out and helped him out. Been because I was leaving, I was heading on a trip the next day. I hadn't packed yet. I could have easily just been nope, I gotta pack for a trip. Sorry, find someone else. But I went out there, and when I got there, his girlfriend was there, and he's known me my whole life. His girlfriend kind of knows what my background was, and so we're helping him move, and she started asking me where I find my peace from.
Really?
And I got to I was like, whoa, I serve the God of Israel. That's and she started asking me questions well, how do you know that he's real and blah blah blah, and I get to sow a seed in that fashion.
Yes.
I heard a big seed, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
So, but the crux of that, what I wanted to emphasize though, is why I even went out there in the first place. To do a mitzvot, to use the Hebrew word.
Amen.
Nice. That's beautiful, man. Yeah. Do actions.
And what does mitzvah mean for those listening?
Oh, a good deed.
Yeah,
Sweat.
true.
Yes. Yes. Did you?
I'm
have
sorry,
a
I'm not
chime
popping
in?
this no more.
No, I was gonna say like just being yourself, living your life, because people notice. Like I know, like
They do.
they
are watching
notice.
you
Yeah,
all
they're
the
always
time.
watching you, and it's like just the details of your life
think so,
always point to what you're really about and what's really in your heart. And yeah.
No, you're right. Like people do, like you know how you were talking about like being like walking out the scriptures. I really don't think that people have seen somebody like actually like. I think people have seen people like walk out religion, but not really like the pure word. And like when you see somebody do that,
Church
like
culture.
yeah, church culture, Kingdom Hall culture, like it is such an anomaly where it's like, all right, so you still believe in this 2,000-year-old book? It's 2019. Like what are you doing? Like, I mean, I we have new religion like Scientology. Like why aren't you doing Scientology? But yeah, but like when you walk it out, like. Man, like people are watching and they say like why is his life so different? Why is her life so different? And like when you perform when you walk in the law and when you follow Yahshua and like just kind of live as he lived, like you can't help but like pique interest and people they're gonna ask like okay so like they ask Kenny like okay so what does your piece have? Because I mean she probably like she wants what you have, like she wants that piece. And she's been probably like she probably has like you know had like counterfeit piece, but she wants that real, genuine, eternal piece. And when you pointed her to the God of Israel, what was the perfect thing to do? So yeah, actions can really just sprinkle those seeds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Next question.
Yeah. So next question. Oh, okay. This is from Jubilee.
Really?
Jubilee asks. Would any of you ever engage in polygamy? Why or why not?
Man,
What?
I'll say this.
No,
Why not, Melissa?
that's not for me.
You don't want no sister wife.
They can both.
You might not want to be around him. You got somebody to help you out.
No, I don't share.
You don't share?
No, I don't. That's not for me.
Same. I think King Solomon was the wisest one of all.
Wisest king in the whole testament.
Whole testimony, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying 700, but can I have 7? Can I have 2? I'm just joking.
Mess behind that.
But I think was it Ruth? I think Ruth. There was when Boaz, right? Ruth Boaz.
Yep.
Okay, I think when Boaz goes to secure Ruth to marry her, like in claiming his brother's property, right? The what Kinsman Redeemer? What,
Yeah.
Kinsman Redeemer. The Kinsman Redeemer is that the other elders, they were going to buy the land, but when they found out that the wife was attached to it, they said, "Whoa, that will mess up my household. I can't do that." And they were directly talking to their wife, like they already had. I think, is polygamy allowed? Yes, it is. But it's all about, I think, that in the beginning, and actually, and also Paul speaks on this when I think it's First Timothy 3 or 2 Timothy 3, is that he says, you know, if one wants to be a elder or ruler in the church, that they need to have one wife, not 2, not 3, not 4, but one wife, because it speaks to Adam in the beginning of Adam having one wife as well. Is that to be in union with one person is beautiful enough? Like that's the original design. It's not meant for you to have multiple wives. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what the Father intended. It's kind of like what the Messiah says about divorce. It's allowed for you to get divorced, but that's not the idea. So it's allowed. You can get married to multiple women, but that's not what he intended.
Yeah.
And I would even go with that with concubines as well. That's not his intention.
Yeah.
You know, it's not intention that you have concubines. It's meant to be union with one wife.
Yes. I totally agree. For me, dude, like, it just looks like such a headache. Like, it really does. Like, like, and then also like when you look in scripture, like the situation is like almost always like sour. You know, Jacob. You know, he had multiple Shlomo, like King Solomon, like of course, with like 1,000, like that's crazy. So like, and almost every situation, like you know, like it just is not it's not the ideal at all. You know, like for me, like to just to go back to the garden, go back to creation. Like I believe that scripture teaches that, you know, we're just supposed to have just one wife. And somebody gave me like a quick example. I'll be really quick. Like how Yah has one wife, Israel, the bride. Like we're supposed to copy Yah's example and to just have one bride too.
At times to do all of that.
Yeah.
William.
Me?
Would you engage in polygamy?
No.
He had to think about it.
What are you guys thinking about?
You were like, yes, no.
Oh my goodness! Come on.
Come on, Will. You know you flying. You. Where were you last week? Where were you last week?
What's your point?
What state were you in last week?
What are you trying to say, bro?
What state were you in last
Alright,
week?
Texas. So what?
I mean, you come back to Michigan and have a relationship. They can meet one time.
Oh man. Okay, whatever.
I think even the question that is, are girls okay with having more than one husband? Because our culture,
Never mind.
Go. Oh, you say?
No, I was trying. It's a word for it. I was trying.
What is it?
And
polyandry.
Oh, none of that crap, man. All the and instead of this, listen to me. I'm sorry, and not to you, but polyandry is probably is the proper word or whatnot. It's just when it comes to those genders and saying all the different types, I'm just like, man, it's called male female nonsense. You just come to a certain point, man. You just like, okay, because I was part of a group and I was learning, they were trying to teach us. I was like, bro, what is this? What is this for real? Like, it makes no sense. Okay. How is this more than three? Okay. All right. So,
well, let me preface this. I just want to throw this out there as just to spice up the conversation. But I will preface it with saying I would not desire ever to have more than one wife. But what if it's a situation where I'm trying to think how to explain this. Like someone is like in a jam, and they. I don't know. It's like
I give okay.
I'm trying to think. Like there's this reason that people had multiple wives and concubines back then is because a single woman could not support herself, and she would have to resort to prostitution. Like if she was a widow or something. That's what I was thinking. Like what if someone's a widow and then she has no one else to go to?
Why can't you just be a father to the fatherless?
Huh?
Why can't you just?
They don't have to be married.
You don't have to be married. You can still support her. I hear
Like-
people say
like
those
financially,
arguments. I see it, but they're really not that good. Like I they're really not that good. Like it's just like this. Like somebody said, oh, like one time I said like.
Okay, but what if I mean?
I'll give you a better example.
It's a two-way street. Like you could be like, no, I don't want to marry you, but she's like, what I'm supposed to do? Just sit here in your closet.
No, here's a better example.
And you throw me food. Like,
Oh my gosh.
So here's an example.
she wants a relationship.
Okay.
You might want a second wife.
No.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay, so it's like you're married. Your brother was married to his wife. Didn't have a kid with her. She died. I mean, he dies, and she needs a child.
Yeah.
Under the commandment, you would marry her as well. And then just have her kid with her. That would still be causing a headache because she's like, but why ain't you chilling with me more than you chilling with the one that you want?
It's always jealousy.
And then you can be
there,
mad at
too.
your brother, like, bro, why did you marry her? like not that makes an even bigger investment in like who your siblings marry if you know that if if they die you have to take it up like this, bro. Listen to me, she crazy, dog. Don't talk
Right,
to her.
right. I'm being honest.
I'm being honest, cause I can't do it. I can't. You gonna kill me. I'm gonna put it on the ground. There you go. What else you got though? All right, so I think for women though, I think our society pushes them to be not polygamous in the sense of Tinder, in the sense of dating apps, is that you talk to more than one at one time. So you entertain more than a relationship. You could say that you want to get married to one, but in the pursuit of finding one, you know, it kind of seems that you have to talk to many. You know what I'm saying? So you get used to the idea. It's kind of like I love. I don't know if you guys like. I think Steph Curry's wife is very vulnerable. I think
Aisha Curry.
Yeah, very genuine. I think she opens her heart.
Yeah.
But you know, even the problem comes when you have one. You know, it's like this. Well, nobody else is looking at me. Am I even attractive anymore? Because now you're basing your attraction and your worth on how many versus one. It's like our society isn't creating us to value that one.
Great point. I love that.
Very interesting.
The last question was from Damien. Yes.
Oh, cool.
It's with Damien. He asked, he wants us to know, like, what's your favorite praise song? Or favorite, like artist when it comes to me? Like, what's that one go-to song where it's like, you know, if you're feeling down one day and you, like, need that pick-me-up, it's like, you know what, I'm putting this on, like, cranking this all the way up and just playing this.
I have too many.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, too many. I don't have.
You want to name a radio station? Like,
No, I did go on my YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah. YouTube is fantastic. That's a new radio.
I don't have a favorite artist. And
Me either.
I don't have a favorite song.
Favorite artist.
Well, no, it's not even a song. I just like saying Hallelujah again and again. Wait a minute. Yeah,
I like that.
That's not
song.
even my favorite. It's just.
I like
is that yours?
I like that.
Oh, no, it's just saying Hallelujah.
I
It's like saying I just like saying it to myself in my spirit. My thing.
Like, you know, well, I mean, speaking of like catchy songs, I mean, you know, we have a song for our podcast, like the intro song. You know how I mean? The code.
Did you say worship?
Oh, Coda. I thought.
That's
sorry.
okay.
I didn't know if we had exited. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Coda.
If I had to
I like
pick
that song.
a single artist and a single song, it would be Let Them Laugh by James Cleveland.
How does that go?
Goes, let them laugh if they want to. I'm a child of God, made free. Let them laugh, let them stare. I really don't care.
Vocals.
Wait, is it that comedy
I'm
one?
a child of God. No.
Oh no. Oh.
Made free. I love that one. But it's so hard to choose just a single one.
Yeah.
It is.
Lately,
One song.
I've been really hyped on
Oh yeah.
that
We already know.
that
Like, yeah.
is it a band? It's more of it's like a whole church. Upper Room.
Oh, I like the upper room.
Yeah, and I'm a big Philip Glass fan, so I like repetitive music. In a worship setting, I think it works even better than in the classical because it kind of makes like a meditative state type of thing. What else?
Can I say really quick favorite? You know what? Probably my favorite like artist, Melody Joy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the vocals. Yeah, the vocal range. Yeah, good. Yeah, probably Melody.
Mm.
I
I mean, she
pick
sounds
one
good.
artist.
I'm just surprised. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick one artist. Definitely not one song.
Right. Yeah. Like,
I mean,
one
first
song
it
is
comes
so
to mind. Like I don't
such
know.
a-
I go through phases. Like I
Yeah.
feel like my
Oh, let's
What's
find new
the
things.
most recent?
oh, that's a great.
Like the most recent one was like, oh
um,
yeah, like this is my song right here. Like,
I always like the classic. See, we all learn the new acronym CCM, Contemporary Christian Music Songs. Like Michael W. Smith and like what's his name, Chris Tomlin. Like shout to the Lord, oh the earth let us sing. What's the other one? Nothing compares to the promise
Oh,
I
yeah.
have in you. Like
We sing
reminds
that
me of
today?
my childhood. Those ones.
I think so.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the most recent one that I liked was I raise a hallelujah
Mm-hmm.
in the presence of my enemies. I just like that. I like the chorus. Yeah,
J.S. Bach is actually
but
praise and worship music. For those that didn't
What?
know,
Really?
Yeah. Johann Sebastian Bach was a real
Oh, okay.
big time believer.
oh wow.
Yeah. So most of his stuff is dedicated to the Father.
Wow. And there was even for that raise was the thing from enemy. He said this one line like this, and then Goliath took his sword and he pointed it at David. And I had to read. I was like, that never happened. But,
Checking the lyrics. Like,
I did. I just wanted to point that out.
What was that song that you played that goes like heaven?
Oh yeah, the Heaven remix by DJ Spen.
I love that song. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really good.
I love that song. Like in the morning, yeah.
You listen to that
Play it,
anymore?
play it. Yeah, man. I love that. Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a great alarm clock song for sure.
Yeah.
So
Oh my goodness.
everyone,
we did it, man.
We did
we
it.
did it.
We did it.
We answered the questions.
That's
We
last question.
made it through. You made it through listening to
We
it.
appreciate you all.
For
man.
everybody that made it to this point,
Yes.
kiss your hand and then slap you on your face. That's from us. Okay. So thank you for this
Yes.
listener appreciation.
Thank you for you guys, man. Like we started this podcast like I think a year ago.
Over here.
Yeah,
Over a year
and
now.
just to have feedback from listeners, man, for y'all even tuning in. Thank you guys so very much. We
Yeah.
truly appreciate you all for real.
Really, really appreciate it.
So like
Yes.
always,
Mm.
like, share, follow, and stay prayed up. All right, love you.
Love you all.